Spanish Malians, Celts against Saracens, Indians, Franks. Alright. Frank Pocket, that's at least kind of understandable. Celts is good. Indians, and they have only one associate for SuNo. And two SO, but man, SO aren't that great for.
Okay, let's see who loses a villager. Always curious to know. Wow, Daywalker was super fast sending his scout.
I think I'm behind. It's still loading. I'm still on the black screen.
I'm on 48 seconds already.
Alright, I'll just speed up.
Right. Okay, so
Early castles for the Indians. Alright. Frost has the least villagers a bit, but the difference is tiny.
yeah, freaking Chris got the villager.
Oh, and for the proper intro, welcome to the grand finals of Real Crown Tournament. SuNo against CrownWinner. Game 1 is on Arabia. It was picked by CrownWinner, which is Chris, Kasva, and Andy. And yeah, I don't want to hinder the cast anymore. Let's go into this finals. What do you see, TRM?
I am at minute 2:50 seconds.
Yeah, same. I am live.
Okay. This is actually looking really good right now for Daywalker. Until now, I don't know why he's committing so much with one castle. I mean, okay, that castle is going on.
I think he's somewhat defending this. It was a bit 2v1 there, and while Hydra is more helping out Frost side, Frost trying to kill also with some early cav archers against the Celts. Celts can die at the start, but Chris is doing a really good job at surviving here, I'd say.
Now it's interesting here, actually freaking Andy tried to rush their pocket, which is kind of a failure right now. He might get just 1-2 villagers. Yeah, 1-2 villagers down. That is a nice a boost for him.
That's kind of important against Franks, especially since I also see a market for Hydra. Let me quickly check if he has used it. Then you kind of want to stop the economy early, and so that rate was really nice. Yeah, a bit market usage there by Hydra. Also 700 on the opposite side.
Yeah, so far, Daywalker is the only one that is a bit delayed with the villagers. In general, but 3 would not be that much of a big deal. Now, I am interested to know what's actually Daywalker is gonna go for a bit late in the game without siege on and stuff.
You can go bombard cannons, right? It's usually a lot of bombard cannon defense for the Indians. And it's already mixing in some elephant archers. I'm not too sure in this matchup if you have like Franks and Melons against you, how many elephants you want to go? Because there is siege onagers there for Kasva.
Exactly.
And he's doing a really nice job distracting Hydra from having that much influence. Okay, Hydra's kind of doing the same on the other side. As it kind of looks good for Frost. He's taken all the important hills on his side, 3 castles on there. I think that the right one should go up as well. And yeah, the annoying wood line is being dealt with. Let's get that thing away with. We want to fight here.
Okay, so right now, I mean, I think the player that is in the best position is actually Frost. The second one for me would be actually Andy, because of the villager lead that he managed to get out of player number 4. And I'm not so sure how long will actually Kasva will get there without massing so many siege onagers that he needs.
The overall map control is looking in favor of SuNo here, right? They will get that hill, they're kind of controlling the center hill, even though that one again has very annoying woodlands that haven't been dealt with yet. And Frost seems to have the advantage on like kind of the defending flank. So actually with this position...
Oh, okay, he fall back right on time, and now he's manually shooting the siege onagers.
That's bombard cannon shot. Yeah, so Frost side kind of only needs to hold, right? The goal is always to get into the trade in these kind of games, and they eventually want to push Casva's corner, I imagine. But the trade hasn't really started yet. Same for Hydra's, only now making markets. So. Oh no, he has a market somewhere else. He used his whole market already.
Yeah, good that Hydra is holding back. That was gonna be a bad fight for him. Okay, at least the good part for Daywalker right now is that Casva himself is not having many, actually no trebuchets so far. So as long as as Daywalker keeps this fight without the trebuchets, he's actually fine.
Yeah, very nice coordination there from Andy and Casva, and they are making good progress here. The Rams going back again. Not really sure why. I think the pike numbers there would have been okay to defend it.
Yeah, now he's just getting cleaned. Look at the boom from freaking Andy, already minute 11, 100 and almost 20 villagers. In comparison to player number 4. I mean, definitely he got some advantage there while attacking him early on the game.
So how the resource looking for Hydra? Still okay. He has 4k food and actually 10k wood in the bank, so yeah, and 42 on gold, so it's not that problematic. But yeah, they kind of need to clear this area, and Casva's holding on to his better position here as Daywalker starts to start falling. And for the later game, as Keller also points out, I think that Civs are better for the freaking team.
Daywalker is in big troubles right now. He's getting cleaned, all his investment, and Casva is taking really good fight there with freaking Chris from the hill. And his economy as well, he's just way too delayed in comparison with the other players. So these town centers here and this investment with the stables, barracks and castles, this is gone in less than 2 minutes.
A really important point is that Frost lost his seed workshops over at the left flank, so he cannot produce siege hunters really. He just started to making them and then has lost it again, and one SO is actually going back to the other side. No, that's a gather point issue. So they're left without SO on the left flank, as freaking Chris is actually also adding like the better SO, Celt SO compared to Marion SO, big difference, no siege engineers here. Extra bonuses from the Celt siege here. Bring it over to that side, so that'll be really hard for Daywalker to hold.
Oh man, this is looking really bad for Daywalker right now. Now he's having no access to his resources, stone, gold, and look at how many trebuchets are right now on the field.
Yeah, what bugs me a lot is that Frost is not helping out on the left. He has the nice hills to defend. So if it is anyone between Chris and Frost, as I don't think much will happen at the right side, that could send over to the left, it should actually be the player with the hills. So rather Frost than Andy, but we see more Andy on the left than Frost.
Yep. I think they noticed so far that the weak link so far in the game is player number 2. I mean, I am not convinced since the very beginning with the Indian pick.
Yeah.
And right now it's just looking too bad for him. Forward castles from Casvas, excellent castle. Oh well, player number 4 has a castle on the hill, but I don't think he has the numbers right now.
There's no castle between them and the trade anymore. You look from Casva's castle downwards, there's like nothing protecting the trade.
True. The thing, they just have the map control, so they know that they are fine for now. Now, on the long run, I am sure here Frost would have taken freaking Andy, not freaking Andy, I'm sorry, freaking Chris. But now freaking Andy is just able to help Chris as well.
Yeah.
So the momentum that Frost was having here is actually going to disappear really soon. So yeah, this is looking right now way better for the freaking than for the SuNo clan so far. So
Frost staying on his side was a big gamble. That didn't pay off. I think he should have gone to the left. Go on, sorry.
Okay, so now player number 2 is even getting his economy harassed. Now there's paladins inside going even for the trade. This is some desperate castles. that he will try to do. I'm not sure if... No, he would actually get the castles up, but the problem is that red he's just getting clean up.
Well, what's the population for Daywalker? 109 out of 115, so yeah, we're entering danger zone here.
Yep. Kasva right now, he's just in a really good position. Player number 2 is basically out of the game already. I mean, 17 military units so far, and mainly those elephants that are not so helpful. So he's just gonna keep losing his investment, and he has no space anymore to keep booming, maybe the resources neither. So yeah, this first game, this is for the freak.
Yeah, also making inroads into Hydra's economy now. At least like the forward part of it. And yeah, that hill. 4 castles from Andy soon to be on that hill in the middle.
That is a
also,
huge map control.
Yeah, Frost Push also has been halted by just a little bit of support from Andy. As my chat is arguing if Spanish are great OP or not that great. But we can take a longer look at the bans and what they could have potentially done between this game and the next one. So those better must live a dangerous life with the SO shooting over their heads there. I don't want to be in their role, but they're surviving.
Okay, so he managed to take at least one castle, but the damage there is done so bad. And now he's going again for the economy, freaking Andy sneaking in as usual some paladins.
Hydra directly sees it, but still will do something, I guess. Yeah, position is just not winnable anymore, I would say. Also with the middle control that they have. Trade numbers are looking healthy. And the trade's going a bit weird way for Daywalker.
I mean, definitely Frost would have won his side with just more time and without the interference from freaking Andy. But yeah, I think this game is not winnable anymore for them. They are just trying to avoid the inevitable.
Yeah. And we never know. I mean, we saw crazy comebacks in the SuNo versus Quendy set as well.
True, but if you look now at Caspa's attack right now on the left side, player number 2 has nothing to stop him. He has no economy, he has no military numbers.
Yeah, also with the bombard cannon numbers there now, he can't really defend the SO with bombard cannons anymore.
Oh, that castle is down.
And Frost is also losing his hill now. Is he? He lost the castle on it. But he has the better military numbers, not the better siege numbers.
Freaking Chris killed his own army. Okay, so they finally gave some economy to player number 2. That is interesting. We'll go for the second castle.
Holding on to a trade. Very, very weird and annoying woodlands everywhere here. Kind of also in the trade corner for SuNo. To be fair, also a bit in the left trade corner for
another castle for freaking Andy on the middle, getting closer and closer to the trade. And could it be denied? No, it's not going to be denied. Okay, and he carries on the villagers. Really nice from him. Okay, so now Frost losing that heal. If he doesn't manage to get it back with a castle, it's gonna be ugly for them as well.
Scorpions is interesting. But like, there's no siege army there to punish that.
But look at Caspa with the 8 bombard cannons. Yeah, he spotted the castle, and let's see how fast that castle is gonna go down. Yeah, that castle is definitely going down. And that's it. Goodbye to the castle. Second castle under attack. Beating that castle is definitely going down. Now they know they need to keep the heal somehow. And look at this is a very good fight for Casbah cleaning all those paladins. I think they will manage still to clean Casbah, because the paladins are already attacking the siege onagers, and now the elephants for sure can take the Gebeto. And a castle back on the hill. So yeah, as you said before, there was a crazy comeback in the previous games. That could be one if they grant them at least some 2 extra minutes.
And
they decided to
the
call.
GG.
Yeah, Frost lost the heal, and that was just definitely a very important heal to conserve. Sad.
I mean, you can just look at the minimap. It's like really neatly. There's like one line, pretty exactly, of like 1/4 of the map, controlled by SuNo, and 3/4 of the map in a big square controlled by Freaking.
Yep. Yeah, 70% of this map was already belonging to the Freaking. And on the long run, I mean, you saw that player number 2 was not even able to access his resources. And if you look at the heals, all the most important heals are already castled by the Freaking team. So, to my opinion, there was no coming back, as I said. Yep.
Yeah, I think like SuNo had the better start somewhat, or better initial map control. But I think Andy's raids on Hydra were more effective than Hydra's raids on Andy.
Yep.
And Hyans just have more tools in their toolbox than Indians on the left flank. And yeah, as I pointed out before, I think Frost should have come over to help the left flank a bit more, and then switch back to attacking. And that the siege workshops got instantly denied, so no siege launcher support on the left made it really hard for Jaywalker, also with the support of Hydra, to defend that side.
Okay, so let me see the economy stats. Freaking Andy, look at that. I mean, at least he collected more stone, way more wood that at least he could send to either Casbah or freaking Chris, you know, for the teach production. And
that's all the eco stats for them, right? Andy has stone and food, Chris has the wood, and Casbah has the gold.
And even the trade profit, I mean, it was way better already. I mean, like Casbah and Chris alone, I think they already produced more than Daywalker, Hydra, and Frost together.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it's even close, but yeah, even the economy difference, there was no coming back.
That's a nice overboom from freaking Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, with Celts, I mean, a lot of food collected. He's in a very good position right now with the heal and the economy that he was having right now at the moment. So.
Yeah, sure. I'm interested in taking a look again, knowing the civilizations at the civilization tab, because there was so much. They should have banned that. They should have banned that in my chat. But I want to kind of see what they've gotten otherwise. I imagine we have a bit of time before the next game.
Yep.
So yeah, what's the question? Why did they give them Spanish? Well, otherwise he would have had Lithuanians. I guess they went Lithuanians and Sicily here. So that would have been the other options for Andy.
I am assuming that they banned Sicilians for sure, and yeah, maybe the Lithuanians. But yeah, with Spanish he just played. I mean, the civilization pick that he has is just amazing. So.
Yeah, I would have probably done the same bans there.
And now for sure, freaking Chris got off from his list the Slavs. Probably humans.
Yeah, probably humans, yeah. I think when I was listening in a bit to your cast, but I was also watching Casper stream a bit, so I heard them talking about what they want to do, and they were really, really fearful of Daywalker's humans. Or like, no, was it Quendi? I think it was versus Quendi. Well, they were talking about Goth humans a lot and how dangerous they are, so I think they banned humans.
Now
Oh,
I
never
am
mind, that's the other
curious.
side. But yeah,
I'm curious to understand why Daywalker
picked Indians,
went
yes.
for Indians. Because if you look at his civilizations, he has Lithuanians, Slavs, Huns, Magyars, Indians. As flank, if he gets the Slavs banned, which for sure they did,
They
he
banned Slavs
may.
for this. Oh.
I'm sorry?
They banned. I mean, I don't know. In that civ pick, I would always ban Slavs and Lithuanians, and then I don't know. I don't think Hans Megas Indians are that all that great.
At least I would have risked it all with maybe just Huns and trying to rush and be as annoying as possible than just to die like that with the Indians. At least that's what I would have tried.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna see probably in this game. But I don't like Hans. Like they kind of knew the opposition would have two SO civs. I think they could figure that. And Hans, if they don't manage to kill, they just die to SO. I mean, maybe not with Daywalker Godly CA control, but they should overall with an average player. So yeah, I think they should have really given Daywalker third good civ. Like I don't see Hans Magias Indians being top tier.
Yeah. Frost
Oh,
went for the
Paula civs are kind
Saracens,
of
yes.
better. Frost went for Saracen. No.
Yeah, for sure he got the Celts and the Sicilians banned. I mean, no questions asked.
Yeah. You could have
Yeah,
got Teutons, I guess. I think Teutons are on par with Saracen. But I think he wanted to kill early with the CA, and that can work against kills. But the woodlines really helped out, I think.
Yep.
I think if this woodline isn't here, there was Siege shot down later. That also extends kind of to the edge of the map, or freaking Chris is also walled that even. Then it's much harder for the Celts to survive the initial Saracen combination with cabbages. Right, I've got the code for the next game. Let's see at least the map.
Okay, so all the players are online right now, but now the code is actually gonna play.
Already, they're not taking any risks. They won game one with Kaz, but I could have let him play another. And Polar's in. Legend, being a true legend. Thanks to you so much for the sub, my friend. So it's Polar, Frost, and Daywalker. So Hydra's setting out this time. Let's take a look at Polar's civs. Koreans, Mongols. I guess he has Malians and Bulgarians. I hope they don't go for Mayans.
Yeah, I mean, I think they will. I think they will definitely try to play safe and go for the Siege Onager civilization. Really useful in this case.
Yeah, so this time they will have two SO civs at least, but Bulgarians are a bit no treadmill crane. I mean, they get siege engineers, but no special SO.
I think they are actually gonna ban Mongols and Koreans from him.
I would, yeah. Like at least standard wise. Maybe you can give like depending on the civs, maybe you want to ban Malians at some point. Daywalker, I guess is gonna play pocket then this time. In case they ban Mongols. Maybe Mongols could also be pocket, but I guess Mongols will be banned. What's the map actually? Are they going Arabia again? Looks like it. What's the map pick for SuNo? I just see the lobby.
No, right now for me it's not finding nothing, so.
Well, we'll eventually get there.
Okay, now I get it.
Jorah says I'd ban Spanish, Sicilians, Celts, Slavs. So you would leave them Lithuanian and Teuton. And Cumans. That's all. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I think they just stacked really well. I like the Civ selection more of CrownWinner, especially Daywalker Civs I don't like. And he's like one of their two best players, right? I assume Kazu was just gonna play this one game, and these three are gonna play the rest of the games. Did it start?
No. Yeah, it would make sense for me as well to just leave the code there. It's like playing safe, if you know what I mean.
Yep. And they really want to win this tournament. They called themselves crown winners. I mean, if you call yourself, before the tournament has even started, that you would be the winners of it, it indicates that you kind of might want to win.
Yeah, they are taking it super seriously right now.
I mean, if they don't, they're kind of stupid if they don't win it with that name. Teutons have a bit of a safer start, I would say, to the argument in chat about Celts versus Teutons. Mongols and Persians don't seem that great early, but I space late game Civs, so I agree. Yeah, Teutons have an easier time surviving the start than Celts, I would say. After that, Celts siege is obviously better, but you have good options with Teutons, Paladins that are actually really strong, and for some situations, ETK.
Okay, I'm not finding the game anymore. Maybe yes, they started.
Alright, perfect.
Right. Okay, 40 seconds to load. Probably the delay that they normally have at the beginning. They didn't ban Sicilians this game. This is going to be it. I am even wondering now if Frost would be versus Andy playing Sicilians versus Sicilians flank. Man, I really want to see what the hell is going to happen there.
Alright, both going Sicilians. Poland indeed getting the Bulgarians, as I predicted. Celts again for Andy, for Chris, sorry. And Daywalker's trying Magyars this time. Alright, still no tons. Now we're trying it with Magyars, but as pocket, can be a good pocket Civ.
Yep.
Here we go.
So the most interesting part of the game actually seeing the start between freaking Andy and Frost with the overpowered civilization here, the Sicilians.
Will they be on the same side? No. Opposite sides. Alright.
Damn. Okay, so both are going for
2 castles into workshops for Frost.
Now, freaking Andy deleted his scout, and Frost is still going up with the scout. That is interesting.
I think in team games I kind of like, if it's non-mirror setup, not deleting it, because you can still get intel with it. It doesn't immediately die to the castle, and you might even distract the opponent a bit, as Frost is doing here. And he's still safe at home. He got the castle up in time. It's just 1 villager for more intelligence. And kill the villager, alright? And we didn't even lose the villager.
Damn.
Let's go Frost, I want to see 1-1. Dungeon's coming up on their tilt, so we're going for the dungeon creep, not the castle creep that we've also seen. Andy doing the same. We don't have Boomstick playing and all-inning with castles forward.
Hey, I'm surprised Steel Frost is not adding 1 extra town center. That will help him so much with the villager count. That is a nice start from Polar going for the champs. Well,
what's going on in these Arabia generations? There's another thin blocking wood line in front of Frost.
Now he's going for the extra town centers, finally. Okay.
So both Sicilians are getting their hills. Andy also getting a very nice hill control here on Polar. Polar needs to get at least that castle up to secure the trade corner for them. That would be important. Yeah. And he's going Halberdier against Sicilians. I don't like that. Now switched his Rex to the 2-handed swordsmen that have extra armor for Bulgarians. So even though they're 2-handed swordsmen, they're kind of decent. And should win against the sergeants, I would say.
Look at the map control Frost is already having on his side. He took already all that big heal. He's preparing for the late fight, that's for sure. And as usual, you see Frost taking down the trees to get even more map control over the heals. That
What's
is
the point of
typical Frost.
Bulgarians? It's the only SO shift that he has not banned. What's
Now,
that?
as
Ah! That's the first crusade.
Oh, the castle is gonna be denied. Okay, too bad for player number 2. Now,
I think
look
Frost
at
did the
Frost.
first crusade, right? No, Andy did the first crusade.
Look at Frost on the market area.
Let's go!
I think that dungeon
3
is not
dungeons.
gonna... Nah, he will not make it. That dungeon is not gonna go up. There's too many scorps there.
I'm not sure, the scopes are kind of busy with something else. Okay, no, it will
yeah,
not
I
go
think
up.
it's gonna be denied.
But there's one in the corner going up. I think the one to the left will go up.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Polar's castle was denied though in the south, so trade in big danger for Polar's side as well. Now making a very, very bad castle there, since he can't get any control of the hill anymore. Really well played by Andy there. What's happening in the middle actually? We see some camels against Caravager fights. That's something Magias can do if they're against the camel pocket, go Caravagers. That's kind of what makes them good, as opposed to other pattern sifs. And we know Daywalker loves Caravagers.
This is actually a 1 versus 1 game here, if you notice. For all of them.
In all 3 parts, yeah.
And really nice Frost man, but he's getting already trapped down that dungeon, so at least he's gonna delay them for some minutes with those dungeons on the corners.
Yeah, but Kelsiege, long term, should do good against Sicilians, even though they have the worst start.
Yep.
While Bulgarians, I don't see that much as big shots coming in on Polish troops. But also, we killed all the SO at least.
Oh my god, I don't know how many units he just lost there versus SuNo.
Yeah, what's the KD for Polar? 130 to 170, so a good 40 down. And Andy has, okay, nice shots on the siege though. He's getting good trades with the SO. You have to give Polar that.
The good situation here for freaking Andy is actually that he's fighting from over the hill. Yeah, he still has way too many trebuchets there. Now the villager count, as predicted for both of the Sicilian players, if you notice, is almost double. Now freaking Chris.
It's looking really good for Frost there against Chris.
Yep.
He has taken over complete control of that hill, has a nice amount of trebuchets. And the trade corner is in big distress here. Oh, nice shots from Chris though. And there might be all of Frost advantage lost with his order.
And those two are going down as well.
This is just basically, can Andy kill Polar quicker or Frost kill Chris quicker?
Yes. But to my opinion, freaking Andy will do it faster than Frost. And oh my god, he's gonna lose the trebuchets. This is super sad for him.
What a bit like wonders me about Polar is not going for any conics. I don't think these two-handed swordsmen are that great. Conics are just better in everything, and I think conics would have been really nice against the Bulgarians. He probably thought he can't get to them. He didn't build any trap posts. I don't know. Maybe he forgot that they get them.
Yep.
It's risky at the start. You can die at the start with going conics, but after that it's really good. Kind of what happened to me in the games against TF. When I got the trap post start up, we won the games, and when I didn't, I died.
Well, in any case, it's looking again this game way better for the freaking team, simply because of their economy. I mean, they have way too many villagers, and meanwhile the SuNo team, they are lacking economy already. They are not able to access their trade because it's already wiped out. So yeah. I mean, I think player number 2 is gonna be out of the game in. I give him 2-3 minutes max.
And once again, Frost was halted by Chris, and Chris is taking the hill back now. While in the middle is still like rather a defensive fight for Daywalker as well. So Code has these 3 castles in the middle of the map, so map control. The middle is important, so Frost can't reinforce the left side as he would go through there. And indeed, 2-0 for CrownWinner. Damn, mate.
Man, I'm saying it. I mean, these guys are just way too active on random map. And on their side, they have the Code, which is also the top 2 player. So yeah, man. I mean, as I said since the game started, I was just basing the criteria there simply because they play random map way too often, and that helps too much.
Code is still the best player at DM1v1 in there. But yeah, I mean, they did. Chris and Andy doing really, really good here as well. I think Polar was a bit shaky. I don't understand the two-handed swordsman. Only two-handed swordsman, at least later on switch to Conics, maybe. I think that would have helped.
Yeah.
And Frost is all like last game. He was about to kill Chris, but Chris just somewhat holding on. And the flank for SuNo doesn't.
Yeah, in any case, the battle would have continued for Frost, to be honest. The thing is that the freaking have already some trade going on for themselves, while the SuNo clan, they are just getting their economy wiped.
Oh yeah, there's dungeons in their trade lands, well.
Yeah. So yeah, GG man, 2-0. That was actually a really fast game here. And
14 minutes.
yeah, if you look at the gold collected, I mean, the freaking Andy and the Code already were doing really nice for themselves.
Code kind of the only one who had started trade already. But with Saracens, you go for the market early on, I think. That's also part of that gold. And then you already start making trade cards out of your kind of home market. Just to get your trade numbers up quick. So Saracens being the first to trade is not that unusual to see. Because you can actually use this market if you have a further out market here. Then they will still travel the whole distance and you can also produce trade cards from home.
In any case, I mean, freaking Chris was also going to be able to do better than Polar in this case, simply because of the civilization that he got for himself. I mean, Celts are definitely not bad, but better than Bulgarians on this particular game. So Polar couldn't do.
Oh, sorry, finish your thought.
I mean, just Polar was not able to do at least 80% of what Chris was actually doing on his side. That's it.
Yeah, I think the Civ selection is a bit too democratic still for Supernova. If you get what I mean, like they have CrownWinner just stacked all the good Civs on 3 people, and then there's Casper playing 1 game. And SuNo, like 7-player teams have a big disadvantage in this tournament if all players want to play games. But especially with the reselection, they could have done kind of the same and gave Frost Hydra and Daywalker, for example, all the good civs. But they also gave Polar good civs at least.
Yep.
So they're still like more spread out on the really good civs than CrownWinner. CrownWinner before had spread them through 4 with Casper, Code, Andy, and Chris, and Army just playing the earlier rounds. And now they reduced it to 3, and SuNo had split them to 7 players, and now they reduced it to 4. But they're still less condensed than CrownWinner.
Okay, so they already created the new room. Just 2 players inside so far.
Alrighty.
So what are your predictions? Let me ask you now.
My predictions, yeah, from now on, it looks like it's going to be 4-1.
Okay, TLFM.
Kind of wanted to make it exciting for Painful, saying SuNo at the start. Come on. CrownWinner, I think, are the favorites. Now, unless the Civ's a bit closer as well. Sorry, what do you want to say?
No, because Joro before mentioned that CrownWinner will take it with 4-1, and Tele then said 4-3 SuNo. But to be honest, I don't see that. I don't see that happening here.
Do you see the map? We're mixing it up. But I think this is actually... Wait, this is game 3.
Yes.
So this is the choice of CrownWinner. I wouldn't have expected CrownWinner to pick Golden Swamp. There was kind of only a Quelly pick in this tournament so far.
Okay, so Hydra, Daywalker, and Frost. You're back. Yeah, I believe, as you said before, it's just now the code playing here.
I think from now on we'll see these 6, actually.
Yes, yes. I mean, it would make sense for them to keep the best players. My opinion.
Yeah, like SuNo can argue a bit, but it's probably... I'm not sure about Hazy, but it doesn't seem to be playing today because of his sieves. It's for sure Frost and Daywalker, the best players on SuNo, and then Hydra, Hazy, probably. But Hazy isn't playing. I don't think we'll see Vietnamese, Vikings, Italians, Khmer, or Malay.
My prediction here would be that freaking Andy would go again for Pocket, as he did in the previous game. I don't think Frost would. Well, Frost could actually go for Pocket as well with Portuguese, as he did the previous game as well. I mean, I just wanted to say right after that I remember the map control that freaking Andy was having as Pocket on Golden Swamp, and my prediction here is that this is also gonna be going for the freaking.
I hope it's going for SuNo.
I will be right back. 1 second. I need to hold some water.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do the same. I'll get some music on. Wait, if that actually works, just start it anew. Beery.
Okay, I see the game didn't start. Just 1 second again. Be right back. Just 1 second.
Alright, let's go Golden Swamp, everybody! Here I am, are you back as well?
Hey, sorry about that. I'm back.
I was gone for a little bit. And welcome
Game
everybody
still
to the
didn't
grand finals. See, there's quite some people watching. Has it started?
Checking and I don't see it. No.
Let me do the trick again, maybe we see some civs then. And we do! Japanese for both sides! Turks for Andy, wow! I wouldn't have thought that we would see a Turks pick. But... oh, that pocket, yeah, on water, yeah, I get it. Really good, nice bombard cannons or cannon galleons. That's a really underestimated civ on water. I guess for a random map you never get to cannon galleons mostly, but... and Daywalker's going Hans finally. Which I would say makes sense on Golden Swarm, because it can be a really close map gen to your opponent.
It's just taking too long. I don't think I will be able to cast this one, man. Oh man, yeah, I will need to leave, man. So I'm sad I was just only able to be there for 2 games. It just took too long for them to start the third. I have a tournament. I have to leave. The game already started. 30 seconds to start.
Alright, thanks for co-casting. Or
yeah, man.
also thanks for organizing. You're part of the organization there. It was really nice to have you.
Yeah, so yeah, I will not be able. I really need to go now to start my tournament. So, Order One Man, I hope you keep doing the really good job you're doing there on your cast, and you can retransmit these games. So yeah, I will catch up later on with you guys, and probably even watch your replay so that I know how it goes. Don't let me know the results after this, because I want to know by myself.
All right, good luck with your games, man.
Yeah, thank you, and we'll catch you later on, man.
Have a good time.
Have a good one.
Alright, Golden Swamp everybody! Magnolia, hype indeed. This is the grand finals of Recrown tournament. So far, CrownWinner leading 2-0. And they themselves have picked themselves on the swamp now. Frost going with the Japanese pocket, actually. Daywalker, Hans in the flank. He will try to kill early. And Hydra as the Cubans. Alright, they're going full rush mode now. Forget the long games. We can't beat their civs later on. Let's try to smash them up early. On the outside, Turks, Celts, Japanese as well. Japanese kind of with the good habities can do well to hold Hans off. What in God's name are those shift choices for SuNo? Hey, Calvin, what's up? And TRM just left us, so if you want to hop in the casting, you're more than welcome. I think they're just going all in. I mean, it didn't go that well for them before, so yeah. I think it can work. You're at work? Alright, I see. Microsoft puts work in quotation marks. Isn't this work related though? Alright, so far the Cuban Rush doesn't pay out that much. Let's take a look at the village count. 6 for freaking Chris, so it did lose a bit. Some really big walls going on, so he's kind of clumping. Has hurt his population, not that much actually. It's bigger than the population for the Cuban player here. I think Hydra has no hope here. Come on, let's hope a bit for a closer set, guys. Even though the big shots are saying this is over. And it also doesn't look like Daywalker is doing the damage that he needed to do. At least there's not much happening on water from that side. Cannon Gale's already out for the Turks together with some demos. Japanese also going on water, but heavily housed. Frost, a bit not enough houses as well. As Andy is rushing with the camels now on Daywalker. And I think it's looking really bad for Daywalker more than for Hydra. Frost now coming over there with the towers to defend Hydra's side. I thought SuNo had better civs, but the choice from this so far a disaster. I think from how I find out so far, I like what CrownWinner did with the civ choices more. But I'd be interested in what you think they could have done. Daywalker also going water a bit now with the Huns to contain this, and Hydra admin is doing kind of somewhat okay, losing a lot here too. The SO from the Celts though, Step Lancers kind of really wear off their value as Chris and Andy are getting a fleet together here. With the fire ships and the towers supporting somewhat, I think that's a fight that Frost can take to push this back. And in the north, they work also with support of Frost holding, but the problem is this is going to the later stages of the game, and I don't think that's what SuNo want from their civs. At least we see some development here towards the corner, and corner control now, kind of for Daywalker. Could have denied castles. Maybe should have gone for some Cavatches, you mean? Britain pocket and hunt human flank. What? Why Britons? I think Japanese are better, no? Britain sling at range bonus, okay. We tried playing Britain flank once, but it didn't work. Probably didn't play it right. I think that was the hope here, right? And Japanese take care of the middle a bit and support the towers. Yeah, I mean, corner control so far for SuNo. Getting markets up in Daywalker's corner. Actually, Daywalker is doing a really nice job with Huns against the Japanese here. Somewhat losing on the water, but now flanking through the back. It's a hell of a amount of Cavatches back here. Towers going up. These towers should be stopped, I think, to in the end stop the economy. Only 124 population there, but that's kind of on the higher end here, actually. Freaking Chris and SuNo and Hydra have less. Hydra has good corner control, so there's no trade corner right now, and also not secure the middle for Freaking. I'm really wondering with these civs. I didn't imagine them to do so good after the 10-minute mark. But yeah, I think the position for SuNo here is somewhat better. Hydra struggling in his base though, still has a Paladin army there. And some Halberdiers. Cumans also have fully upgraded Halberdiers, so they shouldn't trade too badly against the Celts there. And Daywalker doing a really nice job here. Even Andy has to try to make some Turkish structures there, because the code can't get anything up. This is unexpected so far, I completely agree. But right now, they're somewhat getting the middle control now. Some Turk keeps going up, and they always look like bomber towers. But they luckily are now bomber towers, otherwise we don't want to see admin wins in the Grand Finals, right? But yeah, they're pushing back Hydra now. But yeah, what's happening with the trade situation? Okay, we have a wall off here now for Chris and a market behind that. Cast was also stopped by Daywalker. Has to pay attention to this, and now Code is getting some structures up to kind of close this side here for more incursions for Daywalker. The Japanese pretty alone on water. Daywalker now adding some demo ships, choice that I like, but he can just retreat. Code can just retreat to his towers, and Daywalker's looking for the trade, and he's not finding any trade. As Andy's trying to get the gold from the middle now. Let's actually take a look at the resource count here, how much gold we have for the CrownWinner team. Andy's out of gold, Chris 600, 2000. Gold count looking way better for SuNo, especially with Hydra having 3k in the bank. Wait, actually, did I see that? Hydra? Oh, I looked at the stone count. Whoopsie daisy. 5k still for the code. Okay, that's still sitting pretty. Never mind that then. No immediate danger there. But also, trade has just started for Daywalker, and I don't see any of his teammates trading. Kind of have the corners, guys. Don't you want to use them? So Japanese fleet is doing somewhat good against the Turk fleet. I mean, Turk fleet is also nothing special besides that cannons have more range. And Japanese fleet also is nothing special, really. They have better fish. But that doesn't matter as much. I think long-term Hans should struggle, especially since Chris is providing siege onagers to the other flank now. But, yeah, well, not like this, right? Not like this. Trying to get this corner away from Hydra now. Let's look at Hydra's population, 150 out of 170, so it's also struggling with pop cap. Their castle, Ram was not really being attacked. Their Kiptrack's just going to die, so I don't think this castle will go... might go up and down. No, it won't even go up. Yeah, it's happening a bit more expectedly with the Siths here. There was a small window for SuNo, but I think now... Freaking got a good grip on the game back again. Code is losing some onagers, but has the amazing Japanese trebuchets out here. Plus, they can mine the middle gold now, so they don't really need trade as of now. There's even stone in the middle? What? Was there always stone in the middle? I'm surprised to see stone in the middle. Thought there was only gold on this map. Which is better? Stone in the middle is bad. Two tower lines meeting here. Japanese trebuchets here from Frost are concentrated on taking the middle, knowing that they have the corners. Kinda have to try taking the middle, but they're losing their own trade now, and I don't see Hans alone fighting, really defending long term against Japanese here against the towers. I mean, they get siege ramp, but amazing Halberdiers versus the Paladins, and he's also making onagers in case any CA come about. Frost making progress on the middle though. Let's check the gold count again. Slowly, team is running out of gold. Code still has 1,000. Hydra with... I looked at stone again, gosh. Gold is looking way better for our freaking team. And I think that means... RIP for SuNo. There needs to delete some vills soon. Right, 6 villagers. Yeah, at least the Hans is still pop capped, right? Let's take a look at the code. He needs a house. And also one of 13 villagers. But he is handling the towers as extra units. Frost making really good progress in the middle. Let's see the demo shots! Let's go, Daywalker! That was really nice shots. The siege from somewhere appeared on the trebuchets there, but the fire ships are dealing with them. Siege onager now coming. Was a good push on the middle, but I feel like Frost is being pushed back enough with the help of the siege ramp. Trade now starting to go for, it's basically only Frost and Daywalker. Hydra hasn't added anything. He has one market in the corner, and I think that's it. He has 4 markets somewhere. Okay, he's adding 3 markets, you know. How much trade does Dan have? I can look for Dan. He has 43. But he might lose some now. Sneaky towers going up for the gold behind the markets. I don't think that's the market where the trade units are going though, so the towers aren't really shooting any trade units, and Daywalker's rushing up a castle there. So this will come with about 150. I think that's just villagers here, right? That's 95 real villagers. While these is plus trade cards. So 140 is plus trade cards and 90 is villagers. Oh, if that castle is denied, that would be big. The siege onager, the onager, no, it's not a siege onager, but the onager is already there damaging the trade cards. Halberdiers are in, and I feel like there might be some help needed in the corner. Markets are being deleted, but not Hydra. has not deleted his market. And yeah, they noticed they have an issue there, and he now also winning the water incursion from Chris on Hydraspace, and I feel like this is the 3-0, and just as I say it, they resign. Yeah, mate, well played by CrownWinner. Looked for a moment as like the rush didn't quite work, which I think it needed for the Civs of SuNo. But then after that, like when Daywalker was running out and about here and doing some real damage to the code, I had some hope for SuNo. But yeah, in the end, I think for the late game, much better civilizations for the freaking and Turkish Armada combined. And yeah, Hezzy's not happy what he's seeing. Maybe they need to mix your Vietnamese in, Hezzy. Give them the Elephantos. Yeah. Did I already edit the scoreboard? I did not. And yeah, we need a reverse sweep. So maybe some emotes of any sort that you want in the chat will help us get a reverse sweep and get to that game 7 here. Because I really wanted to see Mega Random. And it doesn't look like the chances are that high for me to see Mega Random, which I find sad. I'll watch from my lifeboat. Alright. Largest army for Daywalker, but not enough to kill. I don't know if Hole in the Wall emotes will help Xavier, but Xavier's just the best chat troll of the world. Nothing against your emote, of course, Xavier. It's a really nice emote. But I didn't see that many walls and that many holes. GG, well played, indeed. But yeah, there was this moment, right, when the pop looks better. At least very good for Daywalker. If the code had some issues, for example here. Also, Chris didn't get to pop for quite a while. But in the end, Cats vs Humans are the better Civ if you survive the start, and Andy clumped quite nicely here. Well, that's an even nicer email to LFM. By the way, shout out to TLFM, one of the organizers, or kind of the head organizer of the tournament. At least the one being most present towards players and casters, I feel. User wasn't expecting that. Me neither. But I think the civilization choices make more sense for them. But yeah, I'm still interested if Drew's still here, how you think that SuNo Civ choices were better in what regard? I've been playing much, mostly spectating, practicing for a few new build orders here and there. I've seen you mainly casting fewer games, right, on your stream, Nolia? Why do you also say Nolia? I usually call you Mag, and Xavier said Nolia. I'm going downhill fast? No! Maybe a same as SuNo here. Alright, kinda know the civs by now, so let's watch out when they start. Seems like we see Casva again. Alright, we're mixing it up. Andy, Chris, and Casva are playing Frost, Daywalker, and Hydra, so no changes for SuNo compared to last game. Oh, come on, Magnolia, don't be that hard on yourself. I've only played one game against you and you smashed me in deathmatch, so you can't really be as bad as you say. Like, I think I killed a Drago on my flank, and then you rolled me. The 8 yellow. Yeah, I wonder who that is. Right. That guy must be really, really bad. I just like to feel practice and know what I'm doing. Hit aimless NMS. But we're playing free for alls on serious chat, so they're always aimless NMS, so it's just about adaptation, really. Yeah, he's kind of fun. But his casting skills are way better than his RM1v1 skills. Alright, still haven't started. Yeah, let's look at the Civ. What are we getting here? Team that is behind after the first 2 games. Alright, so Supernova picking Arabia. How exciting! I've seen Arabia 3 times now and 1 time Golden Swamp. I don't think that's in the map pool, sadly. Forest F. But there's no free falls right now. I'm just casting the grand finals of the Recrown tournament. And it's looking very, very good for CrownWinner, which is Casva, the Code, freaking Chris, and freaking Andy. 5 more hours. Oh, that's quite long. I wish you much energy. And we're in! The Swissy Sicilians again, alright. I completely forgot about the bets here. Oh, I would actually have to edit the bets. That's not good. Let's not go with the bets. Let's just go with the game. Welcome to game 4. Reverse sweep needed for SuNo. We have for the freaking team Lithuanian Pocket, Celt flank once again, and Malians for Casva, as we saw in game 1. A bit of distraction here, but the Malian TC should help out there. Daywalker's going Hans again, so they will try to go aggressive once again. Hydra with the Franks. And Sicilians for Frost. So, kinda for the second time, we also see Sicilians for Frost versus Celts for Chris. So, let's see if Frost can roll the Celts this time. But he's again just going here, not going forward. I think going forward with the Sergeant would be worth a try, especially since freaking Chris is starting with Halberdiers and only mixing in some champions later. But let's also see the Hand Rush on the Malian. I think Malian can survive that really well though. So yeah, once again, and the team kinda has the nice civs to deal with what's coming at them. Okay, Hydra's going for the Celts. This time they really try to double down on killing Chris. So yeah, let's see if that will work. Daywalker left a bit on his own there. Kind of nice spots to control 3 corners yet again for SuNo. It should go full Petarders. I wouldn't expect that to happen, no. Not in the grand finals. We're playing for a 350 euro prize pool or something. And that castle could be stopped, but I think 2 castles up for freaking Chris, so he's again not immediately gonna die. And I don't see Hydra doing that much against the Malians either. Hydra now going to raid the Lithuanians, who are going for relics to monasteries up there, and Caucasus Society. Yeah, he had to go to play a tournament game. He was here for the first 2 games. And I don't think Daywalker's gonna get that hit. Pikeman on the way. And also heavy camels, and that villager is not walled in. Walls are allowed in this tournament. So there's no ranger nearby, because I think maybe would have been done something to wall this villager in here for Daywalker. On the other hand side, really nice hill once again for Frost, controlling that, trapping down from there. So I think the main win condition for SuNo now is to completely go on this flank and try to kill for once freaking Chris quicker than they can. On the other side, we're actually Daywalker's doing a good job getting that hill back. Could finish that castle now. But long term, I don't see Hans doing that great here. Kesver kind of has no development though. Really nice raids for Hydra from the back there. So yeah, kind of good situation for SuNo here. And yeah, castles are falling. 1 castle only standing for Chris. So this might be the first time that SuNo takes a game in this set, as Daywalker is completely YOLOing his cav archers to the back again. Now has the control of this hill, will get it. So 3 corners pretty secure actually for the team. They're not sure where to trade yet. Kind of try to trade in both corners. And Frost is like, I've captured my corner, let's trade from there. Daywalker says, no, I've captured my corner, let's trade from there. But it's a good argument to have, because it means you're kind of winning the game. And indeed, will this be the start of the reverse sweep, everybody? SuNo taking the first game. GG from freaking is called. And yeah, Sicilians with frag support able to kill, while Hans for Daywalker in a really great spot against Mayans as well. And Hydra doing a nice job at denying any eco development for Kesver Ida, who is at 100 pop but has 9 villagers left at the 9-minute mark. Really nicely done by SuNo there. And I expect we'll see the code again in the next game. Submarine coach, the Titanic looks safe again. Alright, I hope to see you in the next game, Azzy. Let's go. GG indeed. SuNo is Japanese, means someone who knows it all, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So that's Dan then. Yeah, well played by SuNo. We have a 3-1. Glad that it's not, at least not a 4-0 fight this year. So yeah, maybe reverse sweep times. Get some energy for that. Economy development, kind of for nobody. Frost the only one who collected something else than gold. Hydra already 2k gold collected. I guess that's also the market used. And Daywalker did a really nice job against the Malians this time, while I think Hydra made the right decision to go with Frost for killing Chris. And for this time, finally, there was no woodline protecting the cult from the angry Swedish Rasmus over on the other side. I don't know if Frost is angry. I don't think he's an angry person, but it kind of sounded good. He's actually a pretty chill dude. So yeah. Let me actually make the... Can they repick Golden Swamp? Yes, they can pick everything. So this is now indeed the pick for Frickin'. And they can go for Golden Swamp, yes. Sure. Alright, I can do team bets now for the next one. So the map pool is... Yeah, I can show you guys the map pool actually. Towards the question. This is the kind of thing for the Grand Finals, by the way. It's the same as the logo that you see on the side. So map pool is Arabia, Ghost Lake, Golden Swamp, Oasis, Valley, and Lombardia. And the map pool for the 3 top teams kind of seems to consist of Golden Swamp and Arabia. Because we haven't seen any of the other maps really. I think I've barely seen Valley in the tournament. I saw a lot of Oasis for like the Hong Kong teams in the tournament. They picked it a lot. We also picked it twice, I think. Yeah, and quite some Lombardia for Unique. We picked Lombardia sometimes. Yeah. I think that's basically it. I haven't seen any people really picking Valley or Ghost Lake. I think there was one Valley game in really early rounds. Not even sure. Maybe Valley wasn't played at all. Add a Rage Cube map and we'll talk. Well, they actually did add as game 7. They added Mega Random. So, I mean, it's not Rage Cube Random, but Mega Random is pretty crazy for DM. As most DMers only play Arabia. Which I think is a bit sad. I like more variation. And I think with ranked lobbies we might get more variation if they come. Or when they come. I'm pretty sure they will come. Golden Swamp again, indeed. Jor called it. Well, DM on Michi was like 50% of DM, right? On Woobly. Goldie Clock would be angry at you for this statement, Xavier. He's still trying to make DM Michi a thing back again. But DM Michi was really big. I think there were times where DM Michi was bigger than DM Arabia. Yeah, X Factor is also an original DM Michi player. Well, DM is fast, right? Alright, let's see if the reverse sweep can happen. I think they're about to start the game. The code is in the lobby again. We're again back to the swamp. And Frost Hydra and Daywalker. Looks like they will play the rest of the set. In HD it was DM Michi and DM Arabia, that's all. Yep. On Woobly as well, I think. There are kind of 2 DM communities, right? DM Michi community and the DM GA community, which GA stands for Green Arabia, which had a version where they were like no stragglers, no animals, so there was a DM version. How about DM on Ring? Nothing. Well, next Tuesday we can do that. So, what do you think? What will be picked here? I wonder if we see double Japanese again. Let's take another look at the civilizations. So, the code probably has Koreans will get banned. He could play Franks as well, maybe. So, SuNo last time went for humans. What did they go for? Hans and Frost went Japanese. So they went these 3. Spanish, I imagine, were banned, same as Franks for Hydra. But maybe they bank humans now. Then you could go Franks though. They can also kind of have a good rush on Golden Swamp. We need a migration to Otter Island. Ah, that's that thing. Oh yeah, that's that thing where T90 just doesn't want to cast. Oops, what happened there? I need to down prioritize that. Eh. Yeah, that looks really bad. Why didn't nobody tell me that? Oh, now that looks somewhat okay. Still not really good, but better than before. Does that scene still look okay? Oh, it does. Alright. Okay, I think they started. And there we go. Welcome to game 5 in 23 minutes. 23 minutes? 23 seconds. You can see the Sims already and bet, finally. There you go with the bets. We have Saracens, Turks, and where's the code? Japanese. So that's pretty similar to the last one, just Frost going Saracens this time. And then oh, never mind. That's like Turks, Celts, Japanese. Okay, that's exactly the same as last time, I believe. Saracens, Franks, Huns. Okay, Frost is going Saracens now. So and Hydra got the Cumans band, so he's going for the Franks, or he opted for that. So yeah, let's see. Daywalker again with the Huns will try once again is against the code as the Japanese, as we saw in the last Golden Swamp game, and in the north we have Franks against Celts. So Celts could struggle here, and Fighter could maybe kill there. You're missing an O, Mr. Factor. Hydra is the one losing a villager though. That's quite unfortunate. 2 scouts on there. Andy coming now as well, attacking a house though. So that will not hurt as much. But that villager, clutch save I think. And Code also losing quite some villagers to Daywalker's rush though. So let's see what the Huns can do here. That we already have Cavalry just on the way. No Rex first. And Daywalker also going for the water where Frost 9 in the middle has some camels underway. He will have the better galleys than the Japanese, so maybe Frost can do well on the water here. As it's looking kind of good for Mr. Daywalker on this side. Hydra struggling though, not getting the damage in as early on the Celts as he needed to, in my opinion. And Camels not the perfect unit to help out with the rush there, but let's see if Code can survive this. Team 1 is Japan, Team 1 wins. Last time they both had Japanese. Alright, have a good time, Xavier. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, now some paladins out for Hydra, meeting some halberdiers here. Celts also going for water. Like, once again, a lot of water commitment by the freaking or CrownWinner team. Even though Japanese could not get their docks up here. Last time Japanese played as... oh no, for them Code played as flank as well. Yeah, thank you. Expected cheering for SuNo indeed. We kind of want to see the real sweep because I want to cast Mega Random DM. Let's go. And it's not looking too shabby for SuNo, but once again, they need to be the ones doing damage early on. Big advantage on the water, though. Frost doing really nice job with that. Now demos for the defense for Andy. Let's see what they can do, being a bit indecisive in going in, but now could get some big shots. Nice red formation by Frost, though, so the shots are not that great. Throat heavily struggling now. Let's take a look at his population. 4 villagers only, building some desperation towers around his docks in the back. So Daywalker really bringing the heat now. And yeah, that looks good on this side. Hydra making some progress, but no insta-kill there, but also looking kind of good on his side. In the middle, no structures have been built yet. Chris trying to come over to defend the side of Code here, as yeah, Daywalker's pretty much on him. Get the depends? What? I don't know what that depends on, but it's 3 villagers now for Code. Can he escape them? Where are his villagers? Okay, one is in between houses. Now we're heading for another tower. That's his last villager! Last villager for the Code. Daywalker bringing the heat. Let's go, Dan. And Hydra also ripping apart the base of freaking Chris. The comeback is on. Get the comeback sauce out, boys. Very convincing performance from SuNo so far. Dano is doing good with fencing humans indeed. But humans, he got taken away. They gave it to Hydra. Something we were wondering at the start of the set. And Chris indeed resigns. There's Hydra all over his base. Well, Code still has 3 villagers, but it will not be enough to stop the siege ramps here and the heavy push by the Franks on the other side. I think land pushes on 3-3 Golden Swamp seem underrated. Yeah, I think that's a game that kind of shows that. And it's also shown in some other games of the tournament, I would say. I think it wasn't that great with Winter's War settings, but they were quite different. So yeah, and we've been also thinking a bit too much about Winter's War settings when we try to prepare for Golden Swamp. And it's very different with these settings. And land pushes work better, I would say. Always depending on the Civ they have picked. 3-2. We're nearing ourselves a close set after it seemed like this might be a 4-0 stomp maybe. And well, the 4-1 prediction for Freakin is already wrong. +9, the only one with sizable amounts of eco here. And also villager high for the Code 6. And freaking Chris only 23, so both flanks kind of got stomped there by Hydra's flanks and Daywalker's huts. Yeah, afterward it's a bit of a shaky start indeed for Hydra. He did got the job done. So, 3-2. Closer set than many said. I have to get a bit more water. And SuNo was the correct bet. Sadly, nobody bet on Freakin', so there's no payout. I'll be back in a short minute with game 6. And it's looking like we might have somewhat of a comeback from the SuNo team. Legend! With the bad timing, but let's replay them, shall we? Woohoo! Lodi gets a sip. Uro gets a sip. And come on. Queen gets a sub. What? Wait, why did follow come up again? Okay, click that double. Thank you so much, Legend, for 3 gift subs. That is great support. And yeah, love seeing all the support in hard times for DM also that you do on other channels. And yeah, thank you so much for 3 gift subs. I think that's the most gift subs at a given time that I've ever had. One time. I'm not used to crazy B-Dot, McCausland substreaks or something, so this is pretty huge for me. Thank you a lot, Legend. And let me check out the next game. Chili famous Smash. When do you interview please at all? Okay. Supposed to do the interviews after together with Tito Packer. We can do that. They're the organizers. And it's Arabia again. Because this is game 6 actually. So it has to be Arabia, no? Yeah. Gold Swamp for them did not work. And they have your gift leader sign, Legend. And also the nice sub badge. Designed by X Factor for yourself. So we'll see Arabia again, which players are in the room. Freaking Eddie, Hydra, Frost, Daywalker, Chris, and the Code. So no changes, if I see that correctly, to the last game. And at least my expectation is that all these guys will play the rest of the set. That's not yet. Let me get an energy drink. Because I actually had a pretty crazy night out yesterday, so I kind of need those energy, and we are in! The game's also providing great energy here. We're not in, maybe? Legends needs to gift me his left fortunate. Shoot the V's incoming, game 7. Let's go. So Hazy, you're the Joker. You're the Joker that comes in for game 7, right? To be crowned the king of the bad sis. Okay, maybe they haven't started yet. Let's go on the tricky screen. So, what we know for now is Freaking Andy will go Lithuanians, Frost going Saracens again, and the Code going Huns. Alright. I didn't even know the Code has Huns. So Code is now taking up the card, saying like, okay, Daywalker crushed us twice with Huns now. I will show him that I can play Huns as well. So, der Federhandschuh wurde aufgehoben. I don't know the expression for that in English, I'm sorry. But yeah, the Code actually has Huns, not going Japanese this time, not going Franks. As I mentioned, these two were banned, maybe Franks was banned. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Is he going? Yeah, he's going Hunt flank. Otto will cast. I probably won't cast though. I'll cast the Grand Finals today, and that's it. So, is this about to start? Let's start the bets when we're on the black screen. You all need a scapegoat. If you lose game 7, you're the one to blame then. I would love to see you play in the set though. But the settings kind of only allow for 3, maybe 4, but really only 3 players to have good civs. And that's a really bit of a sad thing about the tournament, because you can have a 7-good player team, but the players that you don't think are strong will never play, and even if they play, they will not look as good. Also because of the civ selection, so yeah. Feels bad. That's why like 90% of our games it was AR Cameron and me playing, because we had like the 3 stacked civ things. And it was the same with a lot of other teams as well. And once Cameron went to vacation, we instantly lost, because all our paladins were gone. Alright, maybe let's try activating that thing again. Okay, at least we know the full civs now. And 45 minutes to go. So Celts for Chris again. He's only, I think for Chris played every game in the finals, and he played Celts all the time. Was there an exception? Yeah, I think he, no, it was Andy with the Sicilians. Yeah, I think freaking Chris just constantly playing Celts. We had that argument with Celts versus Teutons. Doesn't he have Teutons as well? He has, but they were probably banned. They were probably banned Slavs and Teutons. Yeah, then it's going Celts. Yeah, makes sense in my eyes. Saracens once again for Frost. This time on Arabia. They did really nice on Swamp. And no! Daywalker going Indians again. Why? Me and chat and also TRM were of the opinion in game 1 that it wasn't the best pick. Let's hope he can prove us wrong and we get a game 7. Actually higher my chair a bit. I have this new desk, so I'm standing while casting right now, which is very nice. So I don't have to sit all the 6 hours. Welcome to game 6. Potential for the game 7 decider. If SuNo wins this, Lithuanians, Celts, and Cunts for the freaking or the CrownWinner team. Franks on the flank, Saracen pocket, no, Indian pocket. Ah, okay, their workers going pocket Indians. That makes a bit more sense. And Saracens on the side for Frost 9. Any will picks? Yeah, Code again lost a villager. Aye. What's happening with Orchid? So yeah, Hydra getting a good start this time. Daywalker also lost a will? Was he housed? Okay, no, I think he lost a will. There's actually a scout on the pocket here. Frost 9 going at it against Chris, but I don't think Saracens with the camels can really kill Celts early. But let's see if there's a woodline for Chris saving him. Well, somewhat there's a woodline in the way. Fast siege coming out. Only one siege workshop though, so we're not going for the super fast kill here. Let's see how the Huns can do for the code. They don't seem to be adding that much right now, and he's just going through him with the Lithuanian paladins. They have no relics yet. Relic's not super close to him. X Factor still trusting on the supernova to make a big boom here. Only 200 buses, my god, X Factor's losing all his bets all the time. At least he won the last one. And yeah, 2v2 here on the south so far. We see a 1v1, but significant siege out for Frost. Might lose this villager, it's not being focused, but loses here one villager. Villager count not dramatically low for anybody though. The big question is, can Hydra with the Franks hold here? Nice quick walls there to defend the villagers from the rushing paladins of the code, and the camels now making their move on that hill. Very decisive hill also with a, it's not that big of a hill, but it's directly in the middle of two very closely players, and it has a gold pile on it. Yeah, quite bad forward golds there for the code, you could say. I think that's one of his. No, that's his gold. Oh, never mind. That's a bad gold for Hydra. Thanks for the gift sub. Alright. Yeah, thanks a lot, indeed. Nice fight by Andy, but now it has somewhat turned and it's looking good for Daywalker and Hydra here. I'll love to see the other petards. Sadly, DM33 is not where we see too many petards in game, but we see really amazing fights here, and Hydra's getting a castle up here. Let's take a look at how it's looking at the north. We are firing again at some trees. And yeah, I'll kind of stay maybe. I don't think Frost will kill as early here. The Cavachers could do a lot of damage to this expansion, but he's not going there, guarding the relic. Instead, for the Lithuanians, let's check if they have any relics. One relic so far for Andy collected. Hydrate and stuff. A lot of siege ramps there. I think that's becoming to be a bad fight for Hydra and Daywalker. Frost still not stopping this castle. Now I've seen it, but it is too late. That castle will go up. And that means, yeah, the moment where Frost could have really done damage here is over, I feel. And now the pushback might happen here. Good trap numbers though. Elephant Archers helping out as well. Not too sure how good they are in this situation. Nice ramp train there from the Code. And I think Code and Andy are holding this now. Let's take a look at the villager numbers. Really looking good for freaking Chris and freaking Andy. Most of all, so better for the eco development of the freaking side. Hydra doesn't really have much behind here. I think that's what we've seen a bit in the set. Hydra is pretty slow on the eco development side, putting a lot of emphasis on this hill. Throwing X-Men now coming out as well against the massive Halberdier army should do kind of good, and I think more effective than the Elephant Archers, while they made the situation up north. Arbalest being mixed in for the Saracens? I've seen Cav Archers, but I've never seen Arbalest. Neither would I think the Arbalest make much sense against Celts. What? Alright, well, Frost is a better player than me, but I still don't understand it. And I hear Jorah in my ear saying, "Art suck, dude." I don't know, finally adding the markets, but trades also not going for them. Okay, I say Jorah says up suck, and now there's Jorah saying they are an idea. Yeah, but are they a good idea? And why would they be a good idea against Celts? I guess, like against the Halberdiers and World Raiders, but World Raiders aren't even that bad against Tabs. CA probably is better though, but yeah, CA I can understand. Thraxman is actually surviving that, and when I say it, they go down, of course. And now the Code has sent a Cavacher army, but a quick reaction from Hydra, and Demo gets running with his cards. Nice to see the card management. So yeah, killing markets isn't really worth it. You always want to kill the cards, because that is a lot of gold invested that you have to reinvest, also quite some wood. The comeback is real. I'm not sure. I think this one is looking better for the Code and his team. Just with Hydra being under heavy pressure, not really having that much of an economy. 57 villagers for Hydra. Okay, only 63 for the Code, but very developed economies for everybody else. And Daywalker also on the lower side there. So the freaking brothers really got their eco rolling. But better SO numbers here for Frost, and Frost is a very, very strong deathmatch player. So yeah, trade not that protected, right? Just one cut through the forest here and you're in. Celts indeed are a very strong civilization, but not too much protecting his eco. I don't think Frost knows about that, but he could actually move in. He knows there's mining camp at least, and he knows there's no castle there. So yeah, I think maybe some camels again. Okay, we're heavily pop capped with 30 idle villagers. I think we should delete them to get this queue out and get into the economy here. And this might develop into one of the longest games in this set. Middle control. Unnecessarily losing some cab archers there. Some camel... elephant archers. That's what I want to say. But yeah, more hill control, at least a higher point of the hill for Daywalker. And what is that castle? Is Keller still in the chat? Something he's usually very angry about. Hydra's making the move now that I talked about. Has moved on to the main gold, but Andy coming in with the Paladins to save the day. But yeah, Kel's not doing as great as you could have imagined. And Andy has to help out here. Maybe that loses him some momentum in the middle. Indeed, it is looking like Daywalker has some momentum there. Habit is there for the defense, though. The problem for them is that the code is making big progress versus Hydra, as I kind of imagined, with Hydra's eco being a bit on the weaker side. Still only 23 on gold and heavily lacking the gold count there. Hydra now, that's not gonna work, dude. Really going in here. Also, Lithuanians have collected 2 relics, isn't that much. 1 relic here, but that's really hard to get. And yeah, Celts do stabilize again, able to add another castle. Had taken quite a hit on their economy though. 128 villagers is looking kind of solid there. 60 onward. And yeah, Frost got pushed back here again. Now the biggest active position for them is somewhat Daywalk in the middle, but also these traps might die now. Andy going really in here. Andy's doing a really nice job as Pocket, I have to say, being everywhere where he needs to be. So even though the score lists him as the lowest one, I would say he's playing a really good game here. And yeah, they are catching the traps, so kind of defending the middle for now, as Code is heavily pushing into Hydra, and the trade is still a bit far, but Hydra's economy is under pressure. Hydra still at 180 pop though, so it's not super danger zone yet. And Daywalker needs to send all his camels in there. The guy with Hydra's Paladins, they will at least clean up the siege, as Daywalker is looking to slowly progress to the middle. Another castle maybe here forward on the hill would be nice. Does not have the stone right now. Could get some stone from Frost, but he also doesn't have that much. And Legend! Go there, crazy man! What? 5 more gift subs! Thank you so much! And now we have the sub streaks going, guys! Save DM! Thank you, Legend! Frost needs to help with siege. There will be a lot of these coming up. I mean, they're not struggling, the Code, but yeah, they got pushed back again. Now Code going for the big raid there. Sub-hype indeed. Thanks again so much. Bricks got 1, Coming got 1, Huggy gets 1, Upside Down gets 1. And I finally figured out that name. Huh. And even Stood Glassarch is getting 1. A little lurker. The yellow lurker. Welcome everybody to the... Towerception! What is this? Is Boomstick playing? Did Boomstick take over Frost's account here? Thanks so much for it. I cheers to you on with my energy drink. Frost making good progress here. You see the quick walls for freaking Chris. Nicely walling that off. Onager shooting the trees. There we go. 1 more tree to shoot. Bomber sadly cannot shoot trees, but they can shoot at trebuchets. Needs 1 more Onager shot, and what? 1 tile. Still, these 3 trees kind of blocking what's happening at the south. Some incursions here, but I think that's just Code losing units to the castle. So let's focus on that push. Nice trap defense there for freaking Chris. But Andy, once again, subbing over in here while... what is Daywalker doing right now? Somewhat patrolling in the middle. I think he should support this push here. As Chris is once again pushing back here. Daywalker's just looking to defend Hydra for now. Let's take another look at Hydra's economy. 150 pop. 84 villagers, still struggling a bit, but here comes another pushback. 3 castles. What? Wait, 5 castles here in one screen for the code. Heavily fortified this position. Trying to go for another raid. No quick walls for Hydra in opposition to what Andy did earlier. The castle falls. Towers are still there. But yeah, Andy now stabilizing that corner again. I thought there was a chance for SuNo to maybe finish the game. But now not looking too shabby anymore. Freaking Andy also got a castle somewhat on top of the hill up in the middle, and with walls they structured that. So yeah, first game where we see more walls. 26 minutes, so I think that's officially the longest game of these grand finals now. And it is a game that if freaking our crown winner wins, they will be the real crown champions or the real crown winners, even though they already called themselves like that from the start. North still might be a pushable area for Frost, though. He's hiding behind all his towers. How many trade cards does he have? 72 trade units plus 74 villagers. Yeah, that's an overboom. I was suspecting, because I don't see that much army, and it's mainly champions, not the strongest army either. Think he could delete some. Okay, I think we're deleting villagers now. Yeah, we are. I wonder who came up with that name. I think we might see the solution here. Right? Hydra needs to hold that area. They're quite close to the trade. Good amount of traps for the code. If freaking win this game, we can ask them that in the winner interview. Who made the name? There's supposed to be a winner's interview after this. That I will do together with Tito Packer, who is, I think, casting this in Spanish right now. The code gonna let Frost be the only one with them 60 towers. It's like, it's a watchtower. A watchtower. Just to make a point. These guys look better. But yeah, Frost needs to be the one pushing, I feel. Maybe needs to help out his friends in the south. He had some siege archers there. No, wait, that's freaking Chris. Is Frost any presence there? Yeah, he's adding some siege archers now, but they're being picked off by Andy's halberdiers. And Frost now, okay, no, I mean, Code going deep into Hydra's territory. That was a really, really close game, but now I feel like that freaking might be on the verge of victory here. Also good to see you, Peon, and El Chino in the chat as well, flying in with the other petards as always. Another castle for the Code, so the Hun castle chain is on. But yeah, Hydra somewhat struggling there in the south still. Let's take a look at Hydra's population. Hydra's population actually is up. What's the trade like? 74. So it's on the lower end, but it's fine. And yeah, still has paladins here, so but that's kind of really daily army. 3 castles, trebuchets out, siege on just being provided by Chris for the other side. And Frost not now sending, I think, everything over. Where's Frost's army? Wait, let me RG here. Can't see it. I don't think he has an army. So no resources. I think Frost needs to come to the south ASAP. All the paladins try to dive there, but enough Cavachers, enough Tarkans, and the Lithuanians with the +6 now, so he got another. No, he still has 2 relics. No much. But yeah, still very strong units, Lighters and Paladins in the mix there, and they are almost in the trade. Only some Cavern Archers, some Paladins, some Siege Archers for Frost are... okay, yeah, we're making the trade line better. We should cut some trees. Well, there's nothing going on here, right? There's no army next to us. Let's make the trade more effective. I guess that also doesn't make them go as much forward, but... okay, I guess the idea is to, like, let it run more in the back with this. But I kinda tend to think the Siege Archers could also fire at the Hive Archers, but there's the castles there to protect it quite nicely as, yeah, nothing much is going on at the north, and the middle has kinda not been played for. I think maybe they could have done a lot more through the middle here, through this route for Daywalker. That he kinda always had to help Hydra out. And they are so damn close to the trade. Cav Archers can somewhat reach. That castle may even reach the trade somewhat. And I feel like it might soon be it, so as I don't see SuNo really pushing back that castle ball from the code. And yeah, you can see a big difference on how Daywalker played the Hunts and how Code played the Hunts. Daywalker did a lot of runarounds, run to the back of the base with the Cav Archers, while, well, Code is kind of playing Hunts like you would play Sicilians or something. And look at that queue! Oh, endless resources, really nice eco-management from the Code behind this as well. And just struggling, holding on for dear life as another castle is coming up on to the castle from Frost. Started adding castles now, and now they found out we could go in for the trade to the north where big siege ram push. That's the last desperation push for the SuNo team, but siege onagers are there. Free Crisp reacting perfectly to this, and all the rams will go down. Don't see this working, and I think that is the GG as all the trade goes down in the south. Still some paddles for Hydra, but the Cav Archers are on the trade units, and that's just so many trade cards about to die here. Finally, some trap numbers pushing back those castles. Maybe we can narrowly hold that. I don't think so. We really need shots on these Cav Archers, and there's no siege onager. There's one siege onager here. This one could try for that. Okay, maybe they clutchly even saved this. I don't know. Traps are now coming out. The stuff starting to fall, but freaking Chris is sending more SO. The trade basically in the trade, but the trade is not dead yet. God, that's so clutch. Frost is trying some desperate moves here for the other trade, and he has to micro his siege just at home against the camels as well. Is doing that beautifully. Now, what? They loses there for pushing this back. The castle is falling. Is SuNo really surviving this here? What an amazing game as the potential last game of the grand finals. I wouldn't have seen this hold working here. But yeah, population-wise, still a bit of an issue for Hydra. Overall, he's the only one with a lower population. Frost now as well a bit, but that's because he's YOLOing a lot into the trade, trying to distract him up north, and he's supporting Hydra with resources as well. Now more castles going up, and the trade for now is secured. The siege just might get focused fire from the castle here. Indeed they are going down. Cav Archers now trying to focus down the trebuchets, killing the castles, and wow, what a save! I can't believe SuNo actually somewhat managed to live another day here. Frost now, baking, nice intrusion in the trade, right, raid working, the trade cards are going down. Are really SuNo just turning the game? This is insanity. Four castles back there. Cav Archers can't really go there. Also two castles here. Okay, they're trying to kill some trade now. As they let me see the trade numbers a bit for the freaking team. How much that did? 37 for Andy, 37.40 for Chris, and 28 for Colt. So they're not that amazing. As the Cav Archers all were mopped up as well. So well, no, there's Paladins in the trade now for Code. But their trade numbers, let me check them as well. 46 still for Hydra, so that's decent, or a really good number. 49 and 56. Trade numbers are better. After all this and I'm almost losing a trade and a counter rate from Frost, the trade numbers are actually better for Team SuNo. But another push is about to come. We don't have the castles to protect anymore, but also the castles for Hydra are falling, and Frost also lost a lot of those raids. Did kind of give up the potential to push in here, but Chris defended that push-in attempt nicely. Oh, Hydra is killing the trebuchets, losing a lot of patterns in the process, but might also jump on the SO there with some units. Now trying to get out, losing a lot on the retreat though. And we're playing for wood control now. Freaking Chris, taking very forward wood here. Let's see his woodlands at home. Not existent. Wood's only in the middle. There's still wood on Hydra space. Still some more wood. Oh, a lot of wood still to take for SuNo. So, yeah, Chris kind of really needs this wood in the middle here. So they could deny that, and a lot of villagers there. Court still running out and about that, protecting that somewhat. And they're still close to the trade here. But there's some chance that SuNo wins this with wood control. But they still have safe woodlands in the back. And yeah, no wood in the back anymore. Just these 2 forward wood lines and then the 4 or 5 woodlands in the middle. While there's still safe wood here for SuNo. A lot of it. What a game. It's still close to the trade here. Another castle attempted to go up, but it won't. Frost is pretty out of resources now. Take a look at the resources. SuNo's really struggling badly on gold. While the Code still has 1,000 in the bank and almost 1,000 for Elfpress as well. But Hydra just sold. Now he has a lot of gold again, and he simply bought it. There's some raids going on there. Game is slowing down a bit. We only have another big push. Never mind, I guess that's not slowing down here, but we have another push for the trade. Good trap numbers though now out for Hydra. Not enough army. I think Daywalker needs to come support this, and there we go. More army moving in. Hydra might lose those traps. He will lose another castle potentially. Okay, these traps don't seem to be in range. Oh no, they're firing at the traps and getting a kill there as well. But now losing his own traps to the camels. Daywalker somewhat needs more army here, I feel. Yeah, there are a few more camels coming. Oh, they managed to siege launcher enough so the trade goes through here now. And that is way less in the back, right? The trade used to be here, more in the front. Now it kind of moved 5 tiles back, and I think that can make a good difference here. As Frost has now switched his attention to all the woodlands in the middle, and rightfully so, as Chris is starting to struggle on wood. 23 on wood, still has a really good bank and a really good queue though. So there will be some time left until the wood crisis in freaking space really happens. Get the shade up, it's getting a bit dark here. I hope you are enjoying the show. Games are afterward look to be a clean sweep final, really picking up in pace, and this game is one of the best 3v3 deathmatch games I've seen. Our raids also coming in for Chris with some halberdiers. His woodlands have been emptied here. So yeah, it's only 7 on wood, so at some point he will run out of wood. But the push in the south is still happening. I think we need Frost again to come help out here. Daywalker with Indians doesn't really have the strongest army. Just helping out with Hydra to holding anymore. And Hydra's doing a really, really good job at clutchly defending this place here. Without a siege aggressive, right? And without, like, Frost's really sending that many SO. I think Frost could send more. So, oh, actually, Frost is struggling now. I completely missed that. Freaking Chris heavily pushing in Frost space now. So yeah, I guess Frost can't help out in the south. And Stonewall behind them. I mean, that side is far away from the trade. His eco is kind of behind the Stonewall, so losing the production in the front shouldn't be that big if he can build back, which he hasn't really done. Starting to make some stables fast now. If he can do a better job at pushing together, yeah, I think so. Freaking still have the advantage. It's just, can SuNo hold as long until freaking run of wood? I'm closely watching this number. 27 on wood now again though. And these middle wood line can't really be challenged. It's also big forest win here with this pushback for freaking Chris. So yeah, still favorable position for the freaking brothers and the code in this one. Forward TC now for the code, so they're really hungry for wood. I need to sit down. You get this? Didn't want you to hear me holding the desk down. Now the code is actually in. I think we might see the end of the game, the end of the tournament even here. Cavachas are in. Paladins can't really defend this. Where the military numbers 59, 140 pop here. Trouble on the other side as well as the woodland gets cleared once again, but I think these camels needed to be here. Cavachas are going back again, alright, not just the end yet. But that was good damage for the freaking team, who are also now into Frost's economy. Actually, the game might be somewhat decided on the left side, where I haven't been looking as much. And yeah, we're emptying some wood lines, but I think the losses that Frost had taken to the left are starting to be really big now. 36 villagers, only 140 pop. Feel like this might be it. This might be CrownWinner actually winning Crown. 9 farms for Hydra. 11. Yeah, all the echoes were over here. And Chris with the big push in here now. And I feel like the fat lady starting to sing, but I thought the game was over half an hour ago as well, and then SuNo made a really clutch hold and really nice hold happen here in the south. But with the big intrusion of the Celt army up north for Trebuchet Siege Archers, Scorpions with that, not too much you can throw at that to kill it, also some Halberdiers with it. I feel like Chris might win them the game in the western corner. Some raids are happening here. Still trying to cut the wood. Yeah. But yeah, casts are still standing, but the big problem is this death ball here. And I don't really see them stopping that. Also, Frost and Daywalker's camels now uniting, but there's plans for freaking Andy that they also need to deal with. And in the south, Code is just looking to raid trade. It's only a Frank cast, so it has no bracer, not doing as much damage. And Hydra's out of army as well with 18 farms, can't really sustain that now. Scrambling up some throwing axemen, but that will not be enough to push back the paladins. Since like Hydro's have allotment, Frost has none. Yeah, he has wood axes, but he lost all his eco. It's down to 17 villagers. Wasn't really prepared for being pushed that quickly and had no production buildings. And in the end lost all their eco. And this is it after a really amazing and close game 7. I'm really sad we don't get to see Mega Random. CrownWinner is actually CrownWinner. And 4-2 win for freaking Andy, freaking Chris, the Code, Kasva, and Army of the tournament. G to the G, crown winner, win crown. Oh my god, I'm twirling my tongue at their name choice. But yeah, well played to SuNo as well. Really nice comeback after a 3-0 lead for the freaking team. And I had some hopes for the game 7, but overall rather dominant performance also in this game. Freaking, I think, had the lead for most of it. I at some point thought Frost could make more happen here, but really nice defense from Andy, while the amazing defense here from Hydra was also happening together with Daywalker, where I thought the game was already over. Really, really well played set by both teams, and I would say grand finals that completely delivered what we wanted to see. They should play Mega Random for the lulz. I'll ask him in the interview. Really nice KD for Hydra actually, but defender's advantage playing in there, plus all the raids. G well played to everyone in the tournament, especially to these two teams becoming first and second in the whole thing, while Quendy getting the third spot. I can see all the 2 relics that freaking Andy had. Not that much of a Lithuanian bonus, but 2 relics already helping quite a lot. So I will need to go to the restroom before we do the interview. So I'll make a quick run to the restroom, then I'll message everybody for the interview. I will do it together with Tito Pekka. I think that's what the organizers planned for, and I'm following their orders. So be right back with the winner interview. So what's the plan? Did you send Kaiser to interview? Nah, I think you should all be there or something, right? Wasn't that the plan? I was asked the organizers we do an interview. I'm also keen to do an interview. Probably I'll just go into DM gaming, I think. Let's go to streaming 1. My Discord won't play ball right now. I also can't write them. They're usually done. I see SuNo in there. That's right, Andy. He's been sending me the codes.
Hello, Otter.
Hello, welcome, and congratulations, Andy. I was about to write you, but you're already here. Oh, all of you. Congrats, Andy, Chris, and Casper. Welcome, all of you 3.
Thank you, man.
Just Code had to head off. Relax. his brain.
Yeah, how does it feel? You named yourselves CrownWinner and you actually achieved your own name. So are you happy?
Oh, that was the plan before the tournament. So it all went as planned, so it's fine. And very happy. Nice performance of the team.
Kazuha was the number one in our team.
Yeah, Kazuha OP. Well played.
Thank you, man. I played maybe 5 or 6 game. I think I do good job some games.
Yeah, we won most of them. Like in this 1 week where you played the first 2 games, you did 2-0 against, I think it was SuNo or so.
Yeah.
Friendly.
Thank you, guys.
I think you played a lot the first 2 games and you guys usually had a lead early on, so Kazuha must have been winning a lot, if I remember correctly. Also today, right? You played the first game and you guys went up 1-0 there?
Yeah, I played first game. And
Wasn't
we got-
actually planned like that because Code had microphone issues at the start. And but it went pretty well, so it's fine.
What do you mean?
That
Did
we
not
won.
what?
You guys really did really well with the Valiants there. I had kind of no trouble. I thought you were about to lose the hill on that game 1, but then you actually pushed it back and completely crushed Daywalker's Indians.
Yeah, I think Malians is better, see. I start my starting is sometimes going wrong, but if I start clearly, I can play well, and I start clearly, then I win.
We should have picked Lombardia for late game, Kasva.
Yeah, I love to play late games.
Yeah, you picked Golden Swamp and Arabia, right? We only saw Golden Swamp and Arabia today, I think. Sadly,
I
no
don't
Mega
know.
Random. I was hoping to see
wanted
Mega
to
Random.
pick some special maps. And I don't know why they picked Arabia. Kinda. I thought they would pick Lombardia or Oasis once. Because we just wanted to, like, the first game we wanted something new and the special, and I think Golden Swamp is the most interesting to watch. So we just picked it again.
Yeah, so I think the
Hello,
first game
Tito
went pretty
Packer.
clearly. Is Tito Packer here? Nice.
Hello guys.
Hey, welcome
Hello.
Tito Packer.
To the Crown Winner.
Thank
Hello.
you.
For the win. Really good matches.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Also, Andy didn't write match date, and I get up. Andy say we are starting in 10 min. I said, what's going on?
You're getting up at 16 GMT, man.
Yeah, because I yesterday do so long stream.
You made it in time, that's good.
Where is the organizer of the tournament? I want to... A big shout out to him. It was a great tournament. He's not
Yeah,
online, right?
it's-
Or is he in the chat? Was he in the chat?
Chile FM is online. Yeah, he was writing. I was writing with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Streaming in
chatting
Spanish,
with
I
us.
think.
A really
Guys,
amazing tournament.
How do you feel this last game? That it was like a match point. Do you feel that you were winning for the first time, or it was tough for you?
The last game?
Yeah, the last game.
Whew.
For me on my side, it was really hard against Rasmus, against Frost9. He did a great job holding, I mean pushing even against my Celts, and luckily the other side was winning pretty hard. So that was good that he had to focus with siege on the other side then as well, and so I managed to push back in the end. So that went pretty well.
Yeah. I was watching your game, Chris. You have a lot of Tishonagars there, and also in the side with the code helping the other side. And you were struggling like no good at all, and you keep fighting. What's great, really great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was in the beginning. I was watching on the other side, and I was thinking, "Oh God, this game is over already again." We were dying everywhere, but we managed to recover. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, there was that one moment where I thought the game had already somewhat ended. and you were like super close to the trade. Code had that 6 castles standing right next to the trade, basically. And what happened then? Somehow Daywalker and Hydra managed to push back while Rasmus was trying to push north?
I think I said that Andy should come to me and kill the eco of Rasmus, so he can't push camels anymore, and we stopped pushing there for a bit.
There was one time where he had like 7 archers and 3 bombard cannons without defense, and I think I killed all of them. And then Chris managed to push back slowly but surely.
Yeah, that was the end of the game, but there was also like there was that one moment where Rasmus was trying this ram push and you were like completely on it. I have 20 SO there. I kill everything. Not gonna work, dude. And then he had, I think, a quite effective raid with the camels, right? That cost you quite some trade?
Yeah, from Frost, you mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that hurt a little, but I think like raiding into 3 or 4 castles is often not working too well because the camels die so fast against the castles, especially. And then we lost like 15 trade cards, but he lost 30 camels, so it was kind of fine as well.
Tito, you want to add something to the last games? Well, other than that, I would go through the set a bit.
When they went with those camels, it was straight in the trade line. So with the casters and that, it was not very effective.
Yeah.
And also the last ram push from Frost, it was like late because you have a lot of SuNo and kill them a lot. Maybe if he go with the rams earlier, it would be better, but not for you.
Yeah, and back to your question, because you said Chris was pretty much sweating before the game because he didn't want to go into game 7. Mega random is kind of something special if you're close on one side.
Yeah,
so it was kind of match decider game maybe, and we tried everything.
If we lose that one, because I was pretty pissed already after the second.
I think.
Yeah, what happened there a bit? Oh, sorry. Go on.
I think if you lose last game, I think we lose this tournament.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
The problem on Golden Swamp was that they have so much mobility, and we with our Japanese and Celts on the flanks, like we couldn't move fast enough. And when Hydra mixed in champions as well, then like he can also kill me 1v1. And Andy had to spam camels on both sides, but it's hard against Hans, obviously.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that because like the first 2 or the first 3 games looked like it was going to be a Storm-like game. 1 went really easy. I think the Indian flank was the right call there. Also, like you won the first Golden Swamp game, and then they kind of figured out to rush more and how to break your compositions. Or how did you feel about how the series somewhat changed in the middle?
For me as Pocket, it's hard to say because I think in the second game, Code like lost 2 or 3 villagers to starting scout. And then, it's against Hans, Saracens, Franks, it's kind of snowbally. And I don't know how Chris lost with Celts against Franks too, but well, happens.
Already answered that because of the champions mixed in. That's as soon as he gets champions and I don't have like 150 army, I can't hold anymore because the champions kill my harps and the paladins kill my siege onagas too fast.
I mean, I just started to watch this game because I was excited. I think you always need to start like 1 or 2 docks and go demo ships first, and then you go for galleys, like for everyone. And yeah, that was probably what Rasmus and Daywalker were doing on the other side, going for demos. And I think Chris and Code were both going for galleys first and not for demo ships, and that's why they won the first push with paladins, obviously.
I have a question, guys. How do you feel with the sieves, with the bans and the sieves pick? Do you feel that was okay? I saw that Chris always was picking Celts all the games.
Yeah, it was kind of like. Do you mean if you would like it all, or do you mean
Yeah,
like?
how do you feel with that? Do you like it? The peak sieves? Do you feel that you have sieve advantage, or how it works for you?
Yeah, I think like I did the draft for the team and decided it Sivs, and I think we had the better Civ draft overall. And yeah, I do like the system. It's just like for one player, it's bad because Slavs, Teutons, and Celts are so strong. So you give those 3 Civs to one player, and then he always gets one of those. That's the only problem about the system. But for me, I think I played like 1 time Spanish, 1 time Sicilians, 2 times Lithuanians. And the others was kinda flexible as well. But it's always for the SO player because those 3 Civs are better than all others, probably. Maybe Sicilians including to those.
So you guys would say you'd stacked civs better? Like it was over the whole tournament, I felt like you had a lot of stacked civ players, what a lot of other teams missed. And also being a smaller team, did that help?
Wait,
I
let me
think-
answer, Chris, please. Because I don't think it's about stacked, but I see it in your stream right now. Go to SuNo. If you go to SuNo, for example.
Yeah, I'm there in SuNo. Yes.
And if you watch at Frost Civs, it's nonsense that he has 5 top Civs. He doesn't need like after what does
Oh,
he
you need
have?
3.
Yeah, Otter. Why don't you change your
Screen.
screen?
Yes.
I'm
I'm
waiting
on
for
SuNo
Otter.
civs. There's probably stream delay, but I'm on SuNo
Oh.
civs right now.
Well, then you have more than 1 minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because he don't need Japanese and Teutons, for example, because he already has Celts, Saracens, and Sicilians. Those 3 Civs are more than enough for one player. So he could actually go Japanese and Teutons for someone else. And that's what I did for my team. For example, Chris, he only had 3 top Civs, and then I gave him literally 2 trash Civs. And then we had more choice for the other players as well. And yeah,
Do
it's
you
all about
consider
preparation.
That Cumans was a trash tip for him.
Yeah, it's not trash, but
Humans is not that good on like humans. If you mess up the start and don't kill one player, then humans gets really bad after that. And most of the good players can defend it with like clumping and stuff like that. So
yeah, in the game from Golden Swamp, that there was a human player against you. He failed in the rush, but you also lost that game.
no, we won that game.
Ah, you won. You really won that.
Yes, the first one they won because humans indeed fell off. And the second one he played, second Goldsmith played Franks. Sorry.
Code deleted all his houses in that game.
What? Oh god, I didn't see that. Shit.
He multi-queued all his houses and deleted it at minute 3 or something.
he was
And that's why Daywalker had such a big lead there, just able to run around. Alright, makes sense.
I didn't see it too.
That was
me
a
neither.
big problem for us, but
Code was like, "Fuck, sorry guys," and we were. What happened? At the end, oh, I don't have houses anymore.
Kind of amazing you still won that game, but yeah, I think your civs overall that were better, and they reacted well with the second Golden Swamp game. Also, the Saracen Pocket worked kind of good there, better than Japanese, I think.
Yeah, that was a nice adaptation, to be fair. But yeah, I think we could have won this matchup as well if Code doesn't lose 2 villagers to starting scout, and probably we go for demos first instead of Gallus, as I said. Then I think we could have won that, but happens.
The first 2 games that you win like really fast, I want to hear Kaspa would have to say. I really like how he played with Malians.
Kasper, you need to talk.
Yeah. Can you repeat again? Sorry.
The first 2 games, especially the first one, I
Yeah.
like you played very well with Malians, like pushing very well. How did you feel about that game?
Actually, I love to play Mongols, but Andy said you need to play Malian's flank, and we played some 1v1s before Andy. I love to play Malians because PC fire is so good for me. My start is not well. They are push me with 2 scots and they don't get so good damage and I played clearly. Actually, I don't know. Game starts to when we start the game. I'm asking Andy, okay, I what I need. uh, he's saying you need to make 6 stable for barracks. I'm saying okay. I can do that. Now I'm playing. I like to play randomly. Also, I love to play that much. We want to play that much again on the ladder.
Yes, that's what we want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the deathmatch ladder back.
Yeah.
I hope
Maybe
we'll get it
some
soon.
like
Do you have more questions to the games, Tito? Otherwise, I would go to more general
No,
closing
let's go
questions.
more general question if you want.
Yes. You want to start?
Okay.
Now I'm interested.
No, just about the whole tournament. Who was like? I think that you Andy were like the captain creating all the team with Chris, Casper, and the code, or how it worked that.
It was mostly me doing all the stuffs and doing the things and
Recruit
scheduling.
the players. There was another player that you was looking to catch for your team, or that was the players that you wanted for the beginning.
Those were actually like when did I think I played with Cas for the 2 or 3v3 RM tournament before, and then I asked him for if he want to play deathmatch as well, and then he said yes. With Chris, obviously, I played it together, and yeah, since Cold
Why,
also trained Casva.
why you invited me? I'm not good on. Yeah, you have so many DM players.
Yeah,
Friends.
Rasmus left our team. I don't know what happened there. Like,
That's what I wanted
big
to ask,
mistake.
because previously he was in other tournaments I saw playing with you guys. I thought that he was going to be in your team.
We
Yeah.
even said to Rasmus that if he continues playing with us, like no one's gonna beat us. But I don't know, he just leaves us. Big mistake there, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Now he lost.
He'll leave and Andy say, Kasua, you wanna play?
Like, we
Casva
got
is the new
Casper
Frost.
Yeah.
Another question that they have, because when they were saying that the team was called CrownWinner, I didn't know who is CrownWinner. I always think that you were freaking.
Yeah, it's bad if we call freaking and then we like only 2 freaking. I don't want to spend my name to
I
get
can be
Casper in.
freaking too.
Yeah, I also want to ask who came up with the name CrownWinner? We were asking ourselves that.
Andy.
Who came to it? Yeah, I did. I think I didn't even ask my team. I just said we are the crown winner.
everything to Andy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it was my guess.
it's better if one guy coordinates, in my opinion, and does the things better than like 2 or 3 people doing it and then like having different ideas all the time. It's better one guy doing it, and it's easier. I think for me and for the whole team.
Yeah, for sure, and it worked very well.
Yeah, obviously.
So, like, it was also a bold statement, right? It would have been a bit sour if you didn't end up winning the whole thing after you called yourselves the winners from the get-go.
I never thought of losing, so
Yeah. We were pretty sure we're gonna win this, so not really any issues there.
Yeah, I guess now you can say that, right? Oh, it felt like Andy confident, so I was pretty sure it was
really
Andy.
thought that we're gonna win every game, so like we never talked
the
about
thing is, those guys like Daywalker, Frost are probably better in 1v1s, but in team I think their communication is so bad. And I watched the last 30 seconds of your stream, and Hydra had like 10k wood, and throughout every team they never send, they never communicate, and in RM tournament as well. And that's our strength in our team. We permanently send around all our resources. Like I sent 10,000 to Chris, then he sent me 8,000 back, and then we send 15,000 to Code, and all around all the time. And that's
in
the
general,
strength.
like all of the peoples we've been playing with like never communicate. If Andy and me, for example, playing 2v2, like we non-stop talking, like there's no pause in where we be quiet. We just talk, and talking about every move you do, and that's pretty important because
It's not like playing solo. You are like also a strength team because you have good communication.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I think that's very important. I think it also showed with the coordination sometimes. I think, for example, there were some games where Frost should have, I think, helped the other side at sometimes a bit more, but you guys moved your armies way more together, so it was also visible in the game that you were very actively communicating with the slinging as well, but also with army coordination. Well played.
Thanks.
Yeah, very well played. Really, congratulations to all you for the players. So besides Scout's not here, also congratulations him. Make a great tournament.
Where is Frost? Didn't you invite him to an interview?
Yeah, I was chatting with Frost previous the game. Maybe let's see if he's online to invite.
Rasmus, jump in. You're probably in the stream. Jump in and tell us why you left. Freaking.
You don't need to force anyone.
Chat, boys.
Where's Army, by the way? What happened to Army?
I think he died.
He's online.
He said he will be here for the finals. I don't know where he's now. He left us.
Yeah, maybe his schedule wasn't too bad Friday. I think he said he will be for sure here when I asked for Saturday or Sunday, and then it got Friday. But yeah, Army was always there and supporting us.
He's not
Thanks
here
to him.
because you didn't write match date.
I wrote to him in private. I wrote to you as well, but not 100%. Like I said, do you have time at 60 GMT?
Erasmus just saying he ordered a pizza. He's eating right now.
Doesn't matter. He has to join. And what happened to Rational Mail? Did he cast all the games or?
He casted the first two with me, and then he had he thought it was Saturday for some reason, so he had their own tournament to play at 1.5 hours into the set, so he had to go there. He casted the start with me. But yeah, he casted a lot of the sets. Also, big shout out to him, and big shout out to all the organizers from Real, especially Tito Packer, who I think, at least from what I saw, did the most, and also crazy to communicate all this via Google Translate. I don't know how you can manage that.
What? Jora and me did this. the rules, etc. The translation of the rules. But T2 Pack, I never realized that you were doing so much work. I only saw like TLFM.
Oh, I meant TeleFM. Did I say Tito Packer? Oops.
Yeah,
I mean, also thanks to you, Tito Packer. I wanted to say TeleFM. God damn it.
Everything from the tournament from TLFM, I just stream it in Spanish to the Latin community if they want to watch the tournament and see your games. I was casting in Spanish.
Okay, nice. Yeah, but really, TLFM put so much effort into this tournament. Really, really big thanks. It was really fun to play.
So another question: How are you going to repair the money from the prize?
The money from the prize? How much is it? $30 per person.
I think like 200 euros or something like that.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Casper, you answer. It's more for you because for Casper it's like 200.
I wanna out because I played so good.
You guys never think about that there was a prize. Did you know that, or you just get it?
Yeah, we knew it, but it's not like deathmatch is never about the prize in my opinion. Like for me, RM tournaments are a kind of, but deathmatch is just full for fun.
Fun and for proud.
Best case scenario would be if we split it, obviously, but like Andy's the captain, he can decide. Maybe.
And he's gotta take it all for himself.
Casper, you get €1, okay?
I sent my PayPal address already.
I know it already, don't worry. It's my last cent on PayPal is to you or to your brother.
Give me my money.
Guys, after this winning, are you planning to keep playing more deathmatch, take a rest, playing Empire Wars, or what are your plans?
Kasper, answer first. Go play deathmatch. It's like I always played everything, and I would still play everything, but it's so hard without ladder. Like I'm too lazy to create a lobby and waiting. I literally queue everything, and then I find a game and play whatever comes. So I don't care if 2v2 or 1v1, 3v3, Empire Wars or RM. And I did the same with deathmatch, but sadly it's gone now.
Maybe someone Microsoft personal watching us. He can. We want the ladder, that much ladder again. Okay, we can play Empire Wars too, but we want that much too.
Yeah.
You're the man.
Please
Edit
write an email.
At least ranked lobbies, no? What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Ranked lobby sucks. Like the lobby system is shit in general. That's the problem. Like ladder is just
You
a
think
queue.
ladder is better than lobbies?
Yeah, by far. Like lobby. I mean, if you host a lobby and post it in the Discord, like who joins? I only see lyrics posting it last days and like not really anyone joining. I was hosting a lobby a few days as well, and no one joined. So that's
It's hard to get in contact with.
yeah, it's hard to come.
Especially because the deathmatch players are all like, I don't want to say stubborn, but they don't try anything else. They just play deathmatch, and if deathmatch is gone, they don't even go to their PCs. So they are not online, so no one can join. That's the problem. And if they would play RM still, they would still be online, and then you could ask them for deathmatch. But that's sadly not the case because they only stick to deathmatch.
I think this tournament finals showed why deathmatch team games or deathmatch overall can be very great, and it was really nice games. Also, the last game was really at the edge of my seat. If SuNo could somehow pull this back, and as you said, you would have struggled maybe if you lose that game on Mega Random. I also want to ask when do we get a Mega Random show match with you guys against SuNo?
Yeah, host one, Otter.
That would be great.
I'm always playing any tournaments that are coming or show matches. Up for everything.
If you send my money, I can play too.
For Kasper, it's like the world.
All right, to everybody listening, we need a prize pool for a Mega Random show match. So my PayPal is below the stream, and if you indicate it, I will use it for that only.
Kasper, come on, you're the famous streamer. You have to go to Otto now and at least gift 5 subs.
Yeah, okay. Now?
I don't need sellouts. The games are great enough.
Do you want it now?
Yeah, he wants it now.
Okay.
Better donate.
Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Better donate. Donate's better. Yeah, more money for me.
Donate
And
is
the
better
prize
than
pool of the
sub.
show match.
Do you want to donate?
You really don't have to, man.
Donate or gift?
Yeah, don't donate to me, Kasper. I will host a Mega
Bro,
Random tournament.
I don't have money on my PayPal.
I know.
Yeah.
Just
So
bring-
good, guys.
I can gift.
Guys, I'm heading offline. Thanks for hosting the tournament.
Yeah, thanks all of you for the interview, for being here, and for playing well.
Yeah, no worries. See you guys around.
Yeah, bye-bye.
See you guys.
When Andy's sending my money, I will donate you, bro.
I'm looking forward to it, but you don't have to. All right, you have something to add? Otherwise, I would kind of looking at wrapping up as well. Tino or the two of you.
Paka is still playing, actually. Like, I rarely see him.
Yeah, I'm still playing.
Sometimes, or
No, I play all days. All days I am playing deathmatch in lobbies.
oh, Choro, that.
Okay, Andy, you have
Yeah, we have been playing
one open.
with Shora, with Hasi, Abstract Art.
I see.
Yeah, and Hasi sometimes. And there are also players from Spain that I'm joining that they are growing up their level. But the thing is that it's like there are like an intermediate level now, but day a day, everybody we are all improving.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Deathmatch is kind of easy to learn if you know the start, and you can be as good as Otter in a few minutes.
Okay,
You
and
know about,
Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the interview here. Let's.
Yes, Kaspar?
I wanna play one game versus you, that much, and I'm gonna play RM.
No.
No, I wanna play
Okay.
one.
Okay, will do.
Okay,
Okay, guys.
All right,
Any
guys.
more
Thanks so much for the games. Congrats again, and thanks for being here for the interview.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed casting a lot and talking to you, even though you ended on that comment. Let's see. You can try. We can play. Come at me. I almost took a game of you in Master Arabia if I played a little better, but let's see. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thanks,
See you.
Tito, as well.
okay, bye bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. See you.
Bye.
I'm in my